Hi guys, today is Wednesday, June 10th, and I just wanted to get on here today to talk about the US Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which was just released for the month of May this morning, and it basically shows us our inflation numbers. And the big number here is the 3-year high at 4.2% for the year-over-year number, which is just saying that we're up 4.2% year-over-year inflation-wise, or the things that you're buying are on average up 4.2% year-over-year, which is also up from April's number, which was 3.8% year over year. And this could seem alarming at first, but it's really not that astronomical or outlandish given the fact that it was mostly in line with Wall Street's expectations, so it's not a huge deal here. So all the big numbers are as like, I'll repeat here that we're up year over year for the month of May at 4.2%, which was in line with the expected or consensus number that Wall Street had predicted at 4.2% as well, which is up from April's 3.8% as previously mentioned. And then the CPI normal for the month over month is up 0.5% for the month of May, which is again in line with the consensus at 0.5%, and is actually down from April's number, which is 0.6%. And then we have the core CPI. This was more promising from the numbers that we were shown today, as year over year we were up 2.9%, and which is just in line with the expected or consensus again, which is at 2.9%, and is only up 0.1% from April's 2.8% year over year. And what the core CPI is the CPI, or the inflation numbers, but it excludes food and energy, which is typically more volatile. And for the month over month for the core CPI, we got up 0.2%, which is actually lower than the consensus, which is good news, which is 0.3%, and it's down from April, which was 0.4%. So that's mostly a good number here today. So I'd say the key takeaways here are that with the Iran war and the energy shock, this drove overall energy prices to jump around 3.9% in May, and gas prices to surge around 7%, and this led to energy accounting for over 60% of the entire CPI increase, which is a pretty crazy number. That's why core CPI, this number that I mentioned earlier, was good news for us here, because it just rose about 0.2% month over month, which is cooler than the 0.3% month over month that analysts had previously expected. This shows us that the energy shock and the geopolitical tensions with the Iran war haven't really spilled over into our wallets in most things yet, like our shoe prices or the price of like this desk or something like that, which can be good news for us, as if we see a deal within the next week or so, or the next couple weeks maybe, then we could see inflation numbers plummet a little bit and come back down, which would be good news. But if this war continues to linger on, we could probably see those inflation rates continue to rise, and that just wouldn't be good news for our wallets at all. Along with that, the 4.2% here number that we got for the year over year means that rate cuts likely aren't going to happen, as I previously mentioned, especially with the job market report we got earlier this week, or I think on Friday actually. This is because the Fed likes to keep